Hi. Yesterday we have created all the tables and we have seen how to create primary key, foreign key, how to build the relationship between the tables. So all these things we have seen. So these are all the tables that we had created yesterday. Employee table we have created, branch table we have created, client table we have created, works with we have created, and branch supplier we have created, and we have also defined their primary keys and their foreign keys. We have also defined their composite keys also. We have seen how to define a composite key, and suppose if we are first time we are defining the foreign key, if the second table doesn't exist, how to define after the second table got created, that also we have seen using alter command. So today we will be inserting data into those tables. Let us see how we can insert the data into those tables. Exactly, we will be inserting this data only because till now we have been seeing and we have been working on this data, right? So going forward also we'll work on this data only, so that it would be easy for us. Okay, so now I'll exactly insert this data, and I've prepared insert queries because if I have to write it here while explaining, it will take some time. So that is why before starting the course itself, I have prepared all the queries and kept it with me so that I can just show you and run them. So now let us just insert the data. So initially, let us see, we will compare the database, and in the same way we will try to insert. Okay, so first we have to ask, we will be inserting data into employee table. So as per this table here, first record is employee ID 1000, Anil Kumar, and date of birth is this, sex is male, salary is this much, and we don't have any supervisor ID, and his branch ID is this. So first actually we have to insert this record. But if you see here, the branch ID is 1. That means if you come to branch table, he belongs to Mumbai branch. But right now, if you have to insert this branch ID 1, the employee table will not allow you to insert value 1 here, because this branch ID is the primary key, sorry, foreign key, and it is the primary key of this branch table. And while we are defining how we have defined the foreign key, let us see here. So when we are creating branch table, we have set foreign key manager ID referencing employee ID on delete set null, which means if suppose in parent table, if it is not there, then it will set to null in the second table, which is child table. And the same way, if it is not already there in the branch table, it will not allow you to create here, because the primary key is branch ID here, right, in branch table. So if this particular branch ID doesn't exist here, then when you are inserting into employee table, it won't allow you to insert this branch value 1, because 1 itself is not there yet. This table is fully empty. So for that, what we will do is, when we are inserting, initially we will populate that value with null. Okay, you see here, I'll explain you. So for Mumbai, first we will try to insert for this all the employees with this Mumbai branch. Okay, so let us split this. Now it will be easy. So insert into employee values 1000, Anil Kumar, this is first name, last name, date of birth, sex, salary, and this null is he don't have any supervisor ID, and this null is branch ID. So branch ID is not yet created in the branch table. So that is why first initially we are populating it with null. Once it is inserted into branch table, then we can come back here and update it here. Okay, hope you understood. Now let us run this query. Success, rows affected is 1. So now what we have to do, we have to go and insert the branch ID. Now we will insert this branch ID. Let us see here, what is this? 1 Mumbai, and manager ID is 1000, and manager start working date is 2006-9. You may think, why, and then we should have inserted this branch ID first, and then only we can come back here and insert data in employee table, right? But here also vice versa, both this manager ID is the foreign key of this table, which is referencing the primary key of employee, right? In that way also we have to keep this primary key null, then it won't allow you to keep this primary key null, because primary key will not allow you to give value. Since this is foreign key, initially I am populating it with null, right? So now let us insert. Okay, this insert into branch value 1 Mumbai 1000 2006 29. Okay, run. Success. Rows affected is 1. Now what we can do, we can see all the employees who are having branch ID as 1, and we can insert them directly without giving null value here, right? So but first we have to make it 1. Now this branch ID 1 is already inserted in the branch table, so now we can update this null to 1. So what we will do is, since we have populated it with null initially because it was not there in the branch table, and now we have inserted that branch ID 1 into this branch table, now we can update this null to 1, because as per the database it should have 1, right? Okay, now we will update. So you see it here. I've prepared update query. Update employee, set branch ID equal to 1, where employee ID equal to 1000. What is this 1000? 1000 is the first record that we have inserted, and we initially populated this value with null. So now we are updating it back to 1. So run this. Now we can see what is there in the employee table. Select star from employee. Let us run this. So now you see this is 1 is there. Now it is updated, right? So now what we will do, we will see all the employees here who are having the branch ID 1, and we can insert them directly. So the second record 1001 Jesse Linisha, and this record is also belongs to branch ID 1 only. So now we can directly insert this without populating null initially and updating it back to 1. Now here we can directly come and update it with 1 only. Directly while inserting itself we can have 1 there. Okay, let us split this to make it easy. Okay, now you see insert into employee values 1001 Jesse Linisha, and her date of birth and sex, salary, supervisor ID is 1000. I'm exactly inserting what is there here. Okay, so same data for this data I've prepared queries, so I'm exactly inserting that. Run. So now success and rows affected is 1. So likewise we will be inserting for all the cases. Now Mumbai is done. Let us see what is their branch ID 2 for Bangalore. Who all are the employees there, we will see, and we will insert them into employee table as well as branch table. Okay, so the same case will be applied here, right? Initially when you are inserting first record into branch table, since this 2 Bangalore is already not there, initially we will have to populate the first record, that is Rajesh, with null and update it back to 2. Then all these 2 2 2 rest 3 we can directly populate, right? First you insert this first record with null, then you insert this 2 Bangalore into branch table, then you come back to employee and insert these 3 records, these 3 into employee table directly without populating null initially and coming back updating 2. So now let us see. So for Bangalore first record I am inserting. So you see here, you always, when I'm showing the queries, right, you observe this green line. Wherever this green line is there, that particular query I'm talking about. Okay, so insert into employee values 1002 Rajesh Charan, date of birth, male, salary, and supervisor ID, and initially I am inserting null value into the branch ID because branch ID 2 is not exist technically yet. We haven't inserted this 2 Bangalore into branch ID yet. So that is why initially I am populating null value here. Let us run this. Okay, success. Now we will have to insert into branch table this Bangalore. Now let us come here, insert into Bangalore, to Bangalore 1002, and this is the manager start working date. Now insert. Fine, right? Now what we can do, these, so now first record of branch ID 2 is inserted, that is Rajesh Charan. Now 1003, 4 and 5 also belongs to same branch ID, right? Now this is the first record. These three also belongs to the same branch ID, that is 2. So these three records we can directly insert. We don't have to put null initially and after inserting into branch table come back here and update to 2. So now we are going to insert directly 2 value here in the branch ID column. Okay, and we don't have to insert one by one. We can directly all three insert statements we can put and we can execute all three together. Okay. Yeah, one thing we forgot that initially we populated the Rajesh record with null, right? So we have to update it back to 2 because now we have the record with branch ID 2 in the branch table. Right now we can update it back to 2. Now this null will go and it will get updated to 2. Okay, success. You see this update employee set branch ID equal to 2 where employee ID equal to this. Now rest 3 records we will insert. That is these 3. I'll show you there. One, two, insert into, so let us see one more. And this one. Okay, now you see these 3. Insert first here 17 through this one, you see. So insert into employee 1003 Lucky Jasvi and date of birth female, salary, supervisor ID and branch ID. So that is this 1003, and 1004 is Kirti Sai, 1005 is Ashok Roy. So those 3 records I am inserting at a time directly. See, insert into employee 1003 Lucky Jasvi, and again insert into employee 1004 Kirti Sai, and again insert into employee 1005 Ashok Roy. So when you are running this type of multiple queries, you have to select everything. So all I have selected now and run. No, it seems it has inserted only one. I think it is not working. Okay, let us insert one by one then. So first Lucky Jasvi is inserted, I guess, or let us see what is inserted and what is not. We can easily run this select query. No, all are inserted, right? Till Kirti Ashok Roy. So all are inserted. Till Ashok Roy it is inserted. Now what we will do, now we will insert Hyderabad branch. So for Hyderabad branch also there are 3 employees working in Hyderabad branch. So initially for the first time we will populate this 1006 Kaushik Kiran with null value in the branch ID, and we will insert the branch ID into branch table. Then we will update this branch ID here back to 3. Okay, you understood, right? Same concept for how we did for 1, 2, and now we are doing the same for 3. Initially we'll populate this branch ID with null, and we will insert branch ID 3 in the branch table, and we'll come back and update this branch ID to 3. Okay, now you come here. It is not moving. Just a second. It is showing your computer seems to be offline. Please check network connection. Okay, fine. Now it is connected. Okay. Now we back here. Now we will insert branch ID 3. We are going to insert. Now you see, insert into employee 1006 Kaushik Kiran, and date of birth, male, salary, and supervisor ID, and initially we are putting null here for his branch ID. Okay, run. And now we will insert into branch table. So branch ID 3 we are going to insert into branch table. Okay, insert into branch values 3, it should be Hyderabad, right? Okay, Hyderabad 1006 and this. So now let us insert this. Now fine. So now we have to update this employee tables branch ID, which is null here. It should be updated with value 3, right? So now we will update this. So update employee branch ID, set branch ID equal to 3, where employee ID is 1006. Okay, now fine. So now if you see here, rest 2, now this record we have inserted. These two we can directly insert because we already, this branch ID 3 is already now exist in the branch table now. So now we can directly insert into it. So now we will take these two queries. So that is Joy Vihan and Pratik Sharma. These two things we are going to insert now. So here values given, enter, so that it would be easy. Otherwise it is going beyond the row. So now these two things, insert into employee 1007 Joy Vihan and 1008 Pratik Sharma. These two things, and see here I'm directly giving the branch ID here. I'm not putting any null to come back here and update it back to 3 because already branch ID 3 is already exist. Insert. Now we will see the employee table if everything is inserted or not. See this, select star from employee. See, if you see this now, see here, all Anil Kumar, Jasil, Nisha, Rajesh, Sharan, Lucky Jaswi, Kirti Sai, Ashok Roy, and these also, right? Kaushik Kiran, Joy Vihan, Pratik Sharma, and all are populated correctly with branch ID, with supervisor ID, and everything is populated now. We will also see if branch table is populated correctly or not. Branch. See, it is same as this table, right? 1 Mumbai, 2 Bangalore, 3 Hyderabad, 1000, 1002, 1006. You see 1 Mumbai, 2 Bangalore, 3 Hyderabad, 1000, 1002, 1006, and their start dates here. So now it is done. We have inserted complete data into employee and branch. Now what we will do is we will go and insert the data into branch supplier table. That is this one. So here so what we will do is, because this branch ID is the foreign key here as well as primary key here, it is also referencing this primary key of branch table, right? So now we can directly insert into this branch supplier table without putting anything null or anything. So that is why I have selected this branch supplier table to insert first, so we can directly insert it. I have prepared the insert queries, you see here once. So these six queries, if you see, these are exactly same: Whitefield paper mills, paper, Reynolds writing utensils, JK copier, paper, India Mart custom forms, Reynolds writing utensils, Whitefield paper mills, paper, Hindustan Mart custom forms. So same things I've kept here. So this is like branch ID 2, Whitefield paper mills, paper, Reynolds writing utensils, JK copier, paper, India Mart custom forms, Reynolds writing utensils, Whitefield paper mills, paper, Hindustan Mart custom form. So these 6 insert queries I'm going to run at a time, so that all 6 will be inserted. Let us take new window, that will be good. So you see this, right? So I will select everything and run. Now we will see. So only first 2 tables you have seen, there was some complexity while inserting the data into branch and employee table. Now but this inserting data into branch supplier is easy. Just you can go and directly insert the data into branch supplier, because branch supplier table is referencing branch table, this branch ID is referencing branch table, and this branch table is already populated with full data. You don't have to wait for any other table to get populated for this branch supplier, right? So now this is only dependent on this branch table, and it branch table is already having all the data, so you can directly insert the data into branch supplier. Now we will see if that data is correctly inserted or not. Select star from branch supplier, right? Let me run this. Now you see it is exactly populated, just exactly like this, right? See, okay. No. So now I will go and insert data into client table. Why I didn't insert client table first, and why not this is, this is also dependent on this works with table. That's the reason I did not insert. So now we will go on insert into client table. So you see exact data I have populated: 4000 Delhi Public School, and branch ID is 2, 4001 JNTU, and branch ID is 2, 4002 Blue Dart, branch ID is 3, 4003 LIC, branch ID is 3, 4004 Airtel, and 4005 Times of India newspaper, 4006 Blue Dot. So that means, hope you understood this database, right? This is complete organization database. First is, this organization is having all the employee details in the employee table, and now this branch table is having how many branches this organization is having. Right now it is having 3 branches in Mumbai, Bangalore and Hyderabad, and this client table is saying what all are the different clients there for this organization. So let us say it has these many. Delhi Public School is one client, JNTU is one client. Client means who purchases their product. This organization is manufacturing something or producing something, and this client is buying from this organization. So Delhi Public School is going to buy something, maybe paper, pens or something from this, and JNTU will buy, Blue Dot will buy, LIC will buy, Airtel will buy, Times of India will buy, and Blue Dot also will buy from this organization. So, and this, if you see branch supplier table, this one, and this is like who will supply the material to this company, that is this branch supplier table. So this is to branch ID 2, that means to Bangalore, this Whitefield paper mills is supplying paper to this Bangalore branch, okay, and Reynolds is supplying writing utensils to this Bangalore branch, and JK copier is supplying paper to 3 Hyderabad branch. So these are all the suppliers who are supplying material to this organization. And you see India Mart is supplying custom forms to this Bangalore branch, and Reynolds is supplying writing utensils to Hyderabad, and also Whitefield Paper Mills is supplying paper to this 3 Hyderabad branch, and Hindustan Mart is supplying custom forms to this Hyderabad branch. And let us say Mumbai is the admin office, it is not manufacturing anything, it is just admin office. Okay, and now you come here. What is this works with table? Works with table is like how much total sales means. It is a interact means a relation to an employee and client. One employee, how much he is selling to a particular client. Let us say this 1005, right? 1005, who's this 1005? Ashok. This Ashok is selling to this client. What is this 4000? Is Delhi Public School. 4000 is Delhi Public. So Ashok has sold to Delhi Public School this much sales he has made. 55,000 rupees sales he has made. And 1002, who's this 1002? Rajesh has made 4001. What is this? JNTU. Rajesh has made, when he sells to JNTU this much, 2,67,000 rupees sales he has made. So it is the a relation of an employee with the client, how much he is making his sales. So hope you understood this entire database, right? See, all these are interrelational. This is employee, this is branch, this is clients, what all are the list of clients they are having, how many branches they are having, and who are supplying data to them, and who are buying the data, and how each employee, how much he is selling data to different clients. So this is all completely interrelated, and this is all complete their one organization database. So now you will understand, right? So now let us go and um, insert into client. So you see here what are the clients: Delhi Public School, JNTU, Blue Dot, LIC. So all these things I have kept here. The same records you will see, there would be no difference. So I'm going to insert this data. Fine, right? Let us see if the data is inserted. Select star from client. See, it has inserted, right? Delhi Public School, JNTU, Blue Dot, LIC, Airtel, Times of India, Blue Dot. Exactly this data. Okay. So now what we will do, we will now what is left? Only works with table is left, right? So this we will insert now. So directly we can insert, because it has a dependency of employee ID and client ID. Here employee ID is also populated in the employee table, and client ID is also populated in the client table. So you don't have to populate any nulls. So now let me insert here, right? Come here and insert. So it is exactly what we have here. So no difference. I'm going to insert. First let us select this full. Now we will see if it is correctly populated or not. Works with. See, now it is correctly populated. Let us just verify if all our tables are exactly populated as we are expecting or not. Select star from employee. This is first table. It has all the data correctly populated. Now let us see branch. It is correctly populated. Let us see client. It is correctly populated. Then what is that? Branch supplier. It is also correctly populated. Then what left? Works with. So this is also correctly populated. Fine, right? So now we be going forward, we will be using now all our tables are in our database schema are now populated with this whole data. Whatever we are seeing in the screen, now it is now there in the real tables. So everything we have inserted, and what we are seeing here is the exact data which is there in the tables also. So so that we can use this data, and going forward we will be working with this data only. Now, so this all depends on select query only. We will be using mostly select statement only, because select has so many functions, so many things to use, so many different operations it can do. So now let us see. So we will start with the select. Yesterday we have already discussed about some basic select things, right? Not into complex things, but some basic things we have discussed. So let us start now. Let us see. Now yesterday we have seen what is select star from employee. This means it will give you everything which is there in the employee table, right? So this is a simple select query. Okay, instead of star you can also specify the column names. You can also, if suppose here I want only first name and last name when I want to see in the output, so you can also give first name comma last name from employee. So it will give you it is not underscore hyphen, okay, no, sorry, not hyphen underscore. So now you see only first name and last name is populated. Suppose you're creating a report, and a report you want to see, now it is, if you see f underscore name and l underscore name, right? So but you want to make the column names good, then you want to see it as first name and this you can make surname. So you want to see it like this. Okay, so these are called alias names of the column. Alias names means instead of using the real column names, when you are running the when you're running this SQL query, it will give you these alias names to look good. So if the report is having f underscore name, only you will understand, but the people who are seeing, they may not understand what is f underscore name. So to make it very clear, you're making the column names in an understandable form, right? So I'm making this f name as first underscore name, and last name as I didn't put here, last name as surname. Let us run this now. Now if you see, instead of coming as f underscore name and l underscore name, it is populated with first underscore name and last underscore name, right? First underscore name and surname, it is populated, right? So that's what. Now what we will do, we will take the same query and we will yesterday we have discussed, right, what is order by. So we will try to order things by the first name. So first name is not there, f underscore name. Okay, now if you have seen, all these names are arranged in the alphabetical ascending order, right? If you can also give descending here, so that it will exactly show the reversed output. Now Rajesh will come on top and Pratik will be the second output record. Now let us see Rajesh has come on top, and now it came when exact the reverse output it has come, right? Now we will see how we can limit also we have seen, right? If I want to see only first four records, then you will see only four records of that table. So this limit option is used to restrict the number of rows in the output. So how many you want to see in the output, that much number you can give it here. Okay, and what are the different functions that we can see more is um, Now there is one more function in the select. Now you see it clearly. Which table shall we use for that to show you exactly? Let us take branch supplier name. Branch supplier table, you understand the data inside this first, then I will show you that function what it is doing. So here if you see branch ID 2, Whitefield paper mills and paper, 2 Reynolds, and if you observe clearly this Whitefield paper mills is there twice here, right? And Reynolds is also there here and here. So these two are there twice in this table. So Whitefield paper mills, Reynolds, again Reynolds and Whitefield paper mills. So first I don't want to see for which branch it is applying and for what it is applying. I don't want all these things. I want to see how many suppliers are there for this organization. Just because here if you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 are there, but in actually there are only 5, right? Because this Whitefield is getting repeated and this Reynolds is also getting repeated. So I want to see how many suppliers are there for this table. For that what we will do is there is an operator called distinct. Distinct means it will select only unique values from the table. Select distinct. What is this column name? Supplier name. This one we are taking. Select distinct supplier name from, what is this, branch supplier, right? Okay, we'll run this. So if you see here, it has given only unique cases. See, Whitefield paper mills has come only once, nowhere else it is there, and Reynolds is also has come only once. But in the table if you see, Reynolds is there twice and Whitefield paper mills is there twice, but all this has gone. Right now on, it is not showing if the duplicate values are there. It is showing only if only the unique values. If it is getting repeated and it is not showing in that case, it is showing if it is there 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times also, it will show you only once. So that is what distinct means. Distinct means it will show you only unique cases, so it will not show you any duplicates. So this distinct also will be used on different platforms in a different way. Somebody use it as unique, and here it is distinct. So it is like that. There are small differences between platform to platform. And what we can also do is one more thing. What we will do, we will see what are the different type of people inside this employee table. So we will see distinct 6. Okay, now if you run, only male and female are there, right? And also we will see one more thing, where we can have, okay, do here from employee table we will do, see here if this branch ID is having 112222 and 333, right? Though you are having n number of employees, 1000 10,000 number of employees, but since you have only 3 branches, all these employees must be accommodated in one of these branches only, right? Either they might be working in Mumbai or Bangalore or Chennai only, because each employee will have any of these 3 branch IDs only. So now we will select branch ID from this employee table. Let us see. Select distinct branch ID from employee. Now if you see, it is just showing 1 2 3 only. Though you are having 1 1 2 2 2 2 3 3 3, it is showing only 1 2 3. That means it will show you only unique values. Distinct means, okay. Now we will see what are the different functions available in SQL. SQL is having some aggregate functions like count is there. I will explain you what is count. and sum is there, and average is there, minimum, maximum, all these functions are there. Now let us see, first let us start with count. Suppose I want to see what are the total data. I mean, how many rows are there in this employee table? How many records are there in this employee table? In, in that case, what you have to do is select count star any table. If you say, if you're giving select count of star from that table, it will give you the number of rows inserted in that table, irrespective of if they are duplicates or not duplicates. It won't care. If there are 10 records in a table, it will give you 10. If there are 15, it will give you 15. If there are duplicates also, it will count again. Okay, so now let us see, select count star from employee will give you the count of records in the employee table. Now let us see, count of star is 9. Let us see how many are there here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So it is correct, right? Now one more thing we will see, we can also give particular column name here. Okay, sex we will give. It is not like, don't think that it will give you only count 2. No, it is not like, just now I was explaining it, right? Though it has duplicates also, it will count each and everything and it will give you, see, the count is null. It will count everything except if it is null, it will count everything. So for that case we will take super id. You see here the count is only 8. Why? Because the first value of this, I mean first row of the super id is having null value, so it won't count. It will give you only 8 only. Count will be given as 8 only. So that is the difference um, of null values and non-null values. We can also make it little complex. So now what we will do is, I want to see how many female employees are there in this organization. So for that, what I need, first name and last name of the female employees who are there in this organization. So what you can do is, you want to see the count of female employees, how many are there. So count of first name from employee, okay, where sex equal to f. That means it will select only the count of employees with sex equal to female only. Let us run. Select count of first name. Okay, it is not first name, it is f underscore name, right? Okay, now run. See, it is saying 3. Is it correct? No, 1f, 2f, and 3. So 3 employees. It is correct only, right? Now let us see how many male employees are there. 6. So correct, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, now we will also make even more little complex. I want to see the number of uh, female employees who born, see their date of birth is there, right? Here is 1961, 1971, and 1980. So let us see, I want to see the count of female employees who born before 1970. So only these two should come, 1961 and 1971 should come, right? Because she born in 1980. So I want to see the count of female employees who born before 1970. Okay, and that we will see now. And DOB is less than 1970 hyphen, let us say Jan 01 hyphen 01. So before 1st January 1970. Who was born on these dates should be given the count of female employees was born before 1970. Let us see only where date of birth is this one, right? Okay, only this girl 1961, only she is there, and here it is 1971 and here it is 1980. Let us make it 1975 then two should come, right? Two are there. We can also see the same case for male also if you want. See, there are 5 male employees who were born before 1975, right? Okay, then we will also see something else like so irrespective of sex. Now in the same query I want to see how what is the count of male and what is the count of female who was born before 1975. For that what you have to do is first in the select itself you need sex column first. Okay, now with count it will also display you sex also, but this query is not yet completed what we are expecting now, because now if you run this query it won't give you the expected results. Let us see, it is just giving male only and 7, but it is not correct, right? I want to see how many male and how many females. So for that what we have to do is there is one function called group by. So just like order by, we have group by. Order by is used to sort the data. It used to arrange the data in ascending or descending order. But group by is used to group the similar data. Means group the same data, same values. It will group into one place. Means if a particular column is having same value and you have given that particular column name in the group by, like here group by sex, so it will validate the sex column and it will take all the female employees into one group and it will take all the male employees into one group and it will group and it will give the count. Let us see the output how it will look like. See, now if you see, sex male is having 5 employees and female is having 2 employees, right? So that is what group by means. And you can also make it order by also, then F will come first. So group by this and order by sex means now F has come first and male has gone down. So here one thing that you have to remember when you are using group by is this column, whatever you are giving in group by should be there in the select statement. You cannot use a column which is not there in the select statement, and it is not vice versa that whatever is there in the select column all must be there in the group column is not correct. Suppose here if uh, uh, you can have multiple column names here, but it is not necessary to have all those column names in the group by, but whatever you are giving in the group by should be there in the select. Okay, you understood, right? So group by column name, whatever you're defining must be there in the select statement. If it is not in the select statement it won't give you. See, where is this male and female? You won't understand it. Okay, so now it is clear, right? So when you are using group by, for what column you are using, it would be there in the select statement so that you can have a good report of it. Now we will also see so hope you guys understood about group by, right? Group by will group the similar means same data in the columns into groups, and based on the group by statement it will display the output in that order only. And now we will also see one more thing called uh, what we will see, average. Average will be let us say in the employee table what we will take the average salary. Now salary is there, right? I want to see the average of this salary. Means average, you know, right? Sum of total salary by number of these entries. Suppose 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 entries are there, so total salary by 9. Understood? Calculator is not there. Don't know, my calculator is not working. No, it's working. So let us see what is the average of this 25,000 plus 11,000 plus 7,500 plus 6,300 plus 5,500 plus 6,900 plus 7,800 plus 6,500 plus 7,100. Okay, so an average means this by so we will do one this by 9, right? So let us see. So this should be the average salary, 9,288.88 something. So let us run this average is working or not. Select average of salary from employee. See, exactly right, 9,288.8889. So this is, that is what average means. You understood? Okay, now we will take the average salary of female employees only. So just like what we have done for count, we can do for average, we can do for some more. So this one or two examples only we will see, where x equal to f. So this is the average salary of female, and we can also instead of that we can also see sex here, average salary group by sex. So it is giving male is having this much and female is having this much. Now we will see there is one more function called sum. Sum is by name, it is saying it will sum up all the entries in that column. So now let us take the sum of the salary. Sum means total addition of that salary. So this means all the sum of these 9 entries. You see, this is the total sum of that salary. Here in calculator we can see that somewhere it was there here, right? See, 83,600, this much, right? Okay, now and the same thing you can also do by sex. Okay, now if you see, it is given you the sum of salaries given in grouped by 6, right? And now what there are few more functions also we will see, um, and in group by we can actually there is one more function called having. Having means, okay, I'll explain you that later, or um, let us see. Having sum of salary greater than 25, sorry, sum of salary greater than 25,000. Why we need having clause? So Let me explain you. When you, if suppose you are summing up this salary, right, you are taking the sum of salaries by 6, so male is having this much and female is having this much, but you want to see whose sum of salary is greater than 25,000 only, or greater than 30,000 only. If whatever it is, if male sum of salary is greater than 25,000, or female sum of salary is greater than 25,000, you want to see only that salary. You don't want to see if it is both the salaries are means sum of both male and female salaries are having greater than 25,000, it is okay, then let it display both. But any one of them is having less than 25,000, then it should not display. I want only either male or female, if they are having sum of salaries greater than 25,000. Then you can also think why we can't use where clause here, where sum of salary is greater than 25,000, that you can give, right? That you cannot give because when you are using aggregate functions, right, when you are using aggregate functions, and if you want to restrict the output which is derived from this aggregate function in the group by clause, you have to use having only. You cannot use where clause. Where clause is used directly on the columns. Okay, directly on the column names, not on the sum of column name, not on the average of column name, not on the count of column name, like that, right? So this having is used in the group. It having will not come anywhere whenever you are using group by only, and you want to restrict the group by output, and you want to control the group by output, then only you will use this having clause. So this is having is where condition for group by clause. You cannot use where condition directly in group by clause. Okay, where is used to restrict directly on the column names only. Now you see only male we have got, female is gone because females they are having 22,000 something, right? uh, let's remove this. So female are having 22,800, that is why I did not display when you have given that condition having count of sum of salary is greater than 25,000. So you understood, right, what is having clause. And then we will also uh, see now what has been covered. Average has been covered, count has been covered, and then sum has been covered. And yesterday we were discussing about like operator also, right? Okay, let us just write one or two queries on like operator also. Select let us say, oh, let me go back to database once. We will see what I can give you here. Let us go to this client table. Okay, so I want to see the client name wherever it is having school. Okay, wherever school is there, I want to see that client name. Okay, or let us we will take this brand supplier name. Okay, I want to see the supplier name wherever mart is there. If a supplier name is having mart in its name, then I want to see that. So I will take uh, supplier name from brand supplier where where supplier name like percentage mart percentage. So now what it is doing is already explained you, right? Percentage will replace with any number of characters before or after. See, this percentage is taking it is saying database that whatever number of characters there before this mark you consider, and this percentage is saying whatever the number of characters there after this mart you consider. I want to see if mart is there in between anywhere in the supplier name. So this means if it finds mart anywhere, then it will display. Got it? And if I just remove this, this percentage here, that means it is starting with mart, and after mart whatever is there I don't care, give that supplier name. And if I keep it here and if I remove it from here, then what it is saying, it should end with mart, but whatever the prior data, whatever the prior name it is having, I don't care, if it should end with mart. Now both percentage what it is saying, so mart should be there somewhere in the supplier name. Let me run this. So see, I have two marts in the table, right? One is India Mart and one is Hindustan Mart. So these two has come here. So now you understood what is like operator, right? Now let us say one more thing we will discuss. Let me just take one example for easier purpose. Dot Airtel JNTU LIC. So let us take paper, custom forms, writing utensil, custom forms, LIC, okay. So I just want to, so this percentage and one more thing was underscore, right? These two are called as wildcards. So these things we will be using in like operator only, and these two are called wildcards. Percentage is stands for any number of characters, and underscore stands for single character only. Okay, you understanding? So now let me just show you one example of this underscore also, so that will be easy. So if I give underscore mart here and underscore mart here, it will give you nothing, because this underscore is saying if there is at least one letter, if any letter is there between mart and one letter there after mart, then you consider this, because this underscore should get replaced with one letter only. But for that case what I will take is let me just take Reynolds, we will take. Reynolds, right? So here what I will give is, I will remove this R and I will give one underscore. Okay, and also I'll remove this D and I'll give one underscore here. So now what I'm saying, here in this underscore place, whatever letter if it is matching, and here in this underscore place, if there is any letter which is matching with the database, you should fetch that data. If you run this, it should give Reynolds. So it is fetching Reynolds, it is replacing, it is searching for at least one character in this place, and if it is finding match with the database, then it is fetching and these two places. Now you understood the difference, right? What is percentage and what is underscore. Okay, then we will uh, discuss about union operator. Okay, what is union? Before that, there is one more thing I wanted to tell you. There is one thing in select, that one thing you can do is case select is there, one operation called case select. So what this case select will do is, if a particular column which is exist in the table, if that value is having, if some value is there on in that table, and based on the value in that table you want to create a new column, and you want, means not in the table, when you're populating output you want to display something in a new column. Okay, for that case how it will see how the syntax will be. Select, let I'm taking employee or employee ID, we will take select emp id, because I was practicing with students, so I kept it here. So select employee ID case so this will be easy to understand. Okay, okay, case when one you display first employee, and when two you display second employee, and when three then display just a third employee, and else we will say not in 1 2 3. Okay, this we will display, and case statement should end with the end statement, and end as here you have to give the new column name, how you want to display that in the new column. Let us say it is end as rank description. Okay, so now if you run this, you see if employee id is 1000, it is displaying first employee, and 1001 it is displaying okay, okay, so here we will do like this: 1000, 2000, 3000. Okay, now let us run this. So if employee id is 1000, it is saying first employee. Sorry, it is not with 2000 or something, right? 1000, 1001 and 1002. Now this is correct. Okay, unless it is, there must be something. I don't know why it is displaying everything as first employee only. I'll check this and explain you tomorrow if it didn't work now, but I'll check on this, and tomorrow I'll just update you about this when it is not working, but I'll explain you. Okay, and now we will see union function. Okay, union is used to select two different select queries and make it a single output. Means if suppose if you want to if you want to write two different select queries, let's select first name from employee, then you have to you want to see select last name also. Okay, but if you run these two are different select queries, but if you want to make it a single select query, then you have to add union in between. You got it? You have to add union in between. Now let me end this with this underscore. See, now if you see, all first names has come first, and at the end all the last names are populated. So both the select queries has combined into one table and they displayed here. There is one more thing called union all. I will also explain you what is union. Union all, if any duplicates are there in the output, it will just remove those duplicates and it will give you only unique output. But union will union all will keep all the duplicates, but union will remove the duplicates and it will give you only unique values. To see that example, let us see something here. If we have any common columns here, let us say supply type from branch supplier. supply type or supplier name, whatever. It is a supply type. From branch supplier union. um, okay, let it be like this. Let us run. So here if you see, since I have used union all, this custom forms is there, here is custom form is there, and here also custom form is there, right? But if I remove this union all, you will see only custom form only once. See, custom form is gone. Only how many supplier types are there? There finally paper, writing utensils, and custom form. These three only supplier, rest all duplicates only, right? Because this one paper is unique, this is unique, and custom form is unique because paper already came, writing utensils already came, again paper already came, custom form. Only three unique records or unique type for them. So only, that's why only these three has come in union. Now so that I hope you understood the difference between union and union all. That's why I just shown an example. If you want, you can try with different scenarios also. Okay, now let us jump into joins. So one more function, it is join. So here you understood, right, what is union? Union means union is used to combine two or more. It is not two only. You can add any number of unions between each select query, and it will give you output. But the thing is, one thing you have to remember when you are using union is there should be I forgot to tell you that select, let us say, emp id from employee union select branch id from branch. If you see this, if you run this, it will give you union, it will give you employee IDs list. Under that it will give you branch ID list, right? So it has given you all the list. But here the condition or the thing, that rule that you have to remember is, when you are using union or union all column, both the select queries should have same number of columns in their select statement. Suppose if I am giving here first name also, then let me run this, then it is saying select statements have a different number of columns, right? Here if you read the error, it is saying select statements have different number of columns. So that means what you have to understand is, when you are using multiple select statements with union, there should be same number of columns in each select statement. This is first thing. And second thing you have to remember is, both, it is not mandatory to have the same column names here, but the thing is, both those column names should have same data type, because that means employee id is integer and branch id is integer. In that perspective I'm saying, so both the columns should be having the same data type, right? You understood? So here if you're giving employee id, and if here I am giving branch underscore name, um, it is populating. Usually it should not populate normally, and different, maybe in here it is working, but in different other, like in db2 or some other cases, data type also should be same. Okay, so that means in MySQL it is working like, if you're having different data types also. So only one thing you have to remember, that you cannot use different number of columns in each select statement. Okay, now this is fine. And we will go into joins. So now let me tell you the difference between joins and union. Union is used to select multiple join multiple select queries and give you single output. Join is used to use one select with multiple tables. Till now we have almost worked on a single table. Almost in all our select queries we are using just one table only. We have never used multiple tables, right? We are always using one table. Till now we have seen only one table in each select query, but now joins, what it will do is it will select data from multiple tables in a single select query. Let us see how it is happening. Or before that, let me tell you how many types of joins are there. So joins are uh, basically four types. One is inner, second is left outer, third is right outer, and fourth is full outer. Inner join, left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. Let us see what is inner join, what is left outer join, what is right outer join, what is full outer join. I'll explain you. So okay, before inserting it, because now here in our database we are almost having all the matching data only, right? To explain you about joins, if suppose if what will happen if there is no matching data kind of things, let me just insert one more record into this branch table. Okay, so that it would be easy for me to explain you better about these joins. So let me insert into branch um, values. Now how many we have? 1 2 3 are there. Let me insert 4, and branch name, let us say Pune. And since there is no manager for this one, let us say this is a new branch, so we don't have any manager for this, so null. And since manager is not there, his start date also won't be there. So let me run this. Now one row affected. Let me just see if it is inserted or not. Select star from branch. See, this Pune has been inserted now with null values. Now let me explain you about joins. First let me tell you what is inner join. So I will try to fetch the data. Let us see how we can use this, how we can form a good query for this to explain you better. So I want to combine these two tables, employee table and branch table. Okay, I want to get the data from employee table and branch table, for which uh, all these branch I want to see employee ID and employee name and where they are working, not the branch ID. I want to see the branch name where they are working. So that I want to see. Let us see how we can see it. Or also I can also see manager name also where they are working. So first let us see the branch name. Okay, I want to see select. I'll explain you why I'm giving a dot emp id comma a dot f underscore name comma a dot l underscore name comma b dot branch name from. So now in from, till now we have seen only one table in the from, right? So now what I will say is from employee. So when you're using tables, you can give them alias names as a. Otherwise what you have to do is here every time you have to type employee dot, because since we are using multiple tables, if any table is having same column name, let us say if branch id is also having an employee id column in it. So if you want to when you are writing a select query employee id and employee id, then you won't know from where it is coming, if it is coming from employee table or if it is coming from branch id table. To avoid that thing, we will use alias names for that particular table. So I'm calling this employee table as a. So as a, that means you're giving an alias name. This is called as alias name. So a dot employee id, that means employee dot employee id, employee dot first name, employee dot last name, and so here, and from then here you have to give join. So inner join is default, you don't have to give inner join. Okay, simple join means inner join only. So now I'm explaining about inner join. Okay, join, and second table name you have to give branch as b. Now my second table name I'm giving alias name as b, and here you have to write the condition. Here you have to write the condition. Okay. Why it is here you have to write the condition on which basis you want to select. So each join will have, like we are having where condition in our select statement, when you're using joins you have to use on is like where for joins. So on is where in joins. Okay, so on we are giving on a dot empid emp underscore id, right? Underscore id here also underscore id equal to, so we know the relation between these tables, right? So this manager id is referencing directly to employee id, right? So now here we want to see the branch name. Since we want to see the branch name, I want to reference have a connection between these two. I want to see between these two. So now where a dot branch id equal to b dot branch id. So now you are understanding why we are giving foreign key, right? So in this, to get multiple rows or to get output from multiple tables, we should have something common in between these two tables, that is branch id. Here we are having this branch id, we have defined this branch id as the foreign key for this to have connection between these tables. So now I can see that instead of okay one this, so I can go here and on, okay this is instead of assuming this branch name and all, we can actually see the branch name in the select query itself by connecting these two, by making a relation between these two. So if it is matching with this branch id, then it will display this Mumbai in our output. If it is match again for him also, it will display Mumbai. For 2 Rajesh, it will display Bangalore. For them it will display Hyderabad. For 3 it will display Hyderabad. So it is like that. So that is why we are giving foreign keys. Now you understood, right? So if it is having a match with this table, it will display the branch name. Now let us run this. See here, now you're directly seeing what is his branch name here. Though we don't have any branch name in employee table, we're directly seeing his branch name here, right? And we can also see manager name also, who is the manager of that guy. Here, and manager names comes from where, again it should come from this only, right? First name only, from employee table only. So I will say a dot f underscore name as manager. Okay, and I want to give and a dot emp id and we will also want to see equal to b dot manager id. Now it will actually, it will not show full data, but it will show only data that are actually having managers list, right? So it will show you that who's the manager of these guys. Okay, now what we will see, one more thing what we can do is, um, this we will delete and this we will remove. So now we, and so this is simple inner join. Inner join means it will retrieve the records only if it is finding any match. If it is finding any match between these two only, means this condition must satisfy, where a dot branch id equal to b dot branch id should be there, then only it will uh, show you the output. Because if you see here, we have already inserted Pune also, but nowhere Pune is there in the output, because the branch ID of Pune is 4, and we have because branch ID of, now we have inserted one more record here, Pune. This is null and this is also null. So but this Pune didn't come anywhere in the output, because here if you see the list, this list is not having 4 anywhere, right? It is having only 1, 2 and 3, and it find match with these 3 only. So 4 is not there. That is inner join. Means inner join will find the match, and if it is matching only, that output it will give. So let us say there are two tables. This is one table and this is another table, and if you are making a match, this only matched cases will be shown in the input if there is. So here Pune will stand here because it has no relationship with this. There are no employees who's working in Pune, so only this will come in inner join. That is inner join. Now let us say what is left outer join. Left outer join means, left outer join means it will give you all the output from the left table. If it is having any match with the right table or not having any match with the right table, all the records in the left table will be populated. That now we will see how it will populate. We will take one example and we will see how it will work. So what example we will take, let me just think. For client ID 4000, 4006, this is also there. All are there which are matching with this, and works with 1005, 2, 8, 7, 8, 5, and okay, we will take this employee and client table, works with table connection. We will take these two tables, because now if you see there are 9 employees, but all employees are not having direct connections with the client. Only see, if you see 1000 is not there here in this list, and 1001 is also not there, 1002 is there, 1002 is there, 3 is not there, and 4 is not there, 5 is there, and 6 is not there, 7 is there, and 8 is there. So all the left in the, this is called left table now, and this is right table. Now we are joining these two tables. This has left table, this has left table, and this has right table. We are joining. Let us see what will happen when we are actually doing left outer join. Left outer join. So we will select employee ID, first name and last name, and b dot, we will select client, b dot client ID, something we will select from this table. From employee as a left outer join, and this should be works with table, right, as B. where a dot emp underscore id equal to b dot emp underscore, because emp id column names are same. Here also we have emp id and here also we have emp id. That is what I was telling you. If both the tables are having same column name, then you have both. Since we have only one emp id in this is fine. But if you want to select the emp id from this table also, then you have to give b dot emp underscore id. So then it will fetch emp id from employee, emp id from works with table with different names. So that is why we are calling employee as a and works with as b. Okay, so now we will just run this left outer join. Let us see what is the error it is showing. Select emp id, here one comma is missing. That's what it is saying. Okay, so now if you see, irrespective of join, because actually we don't have, here we don't have 1001 was there here, right? If you see here, it is not moving. Okay, if you see here, first record is 1000, so that is not there. Instead, if it is not finding any match, it is placing a null here for both. And if it is not finding any, here also it is null. But for 1002 it has a match here, that is this one right here. This works with table is also having 1002 and employee id is also having so if there is any match, then full data will be populated, right? If there is no match between these two tables, since we are using left outer join, all the rows in the left table will by default be there in the output. That means if left table is having 10 rows, then output will definitely have 10 rows, irrespective of if it is having match or not match. If it is having match, then it will put the actual values with the matched case. But if it is not having any match with the right table, then it will populate null values here. Okay, so by default whole data from the left table will be there in the output. You see this, you're seeing this, right? Let me just explain you once again. Let us say this is our employee table and this is our works with table, this is employee table. But for both the common thing is 1002 is there, 5 is there, 7 is there and 8 is there. Only these are in common, and rest all 1000, 1001 and 1003, all these are only in employee table, not in works with table, right? That is why for these cases all these first the employee id, first name, all these things would be employee id will be populated with null values only. Okay, and now since 1002 is having match, it will populate 1002 also here. You're getting? And now you will guess what will happen with right outer join, right? So for right outer join, what example we will take? So let me explain you what is right outer join first. So right outer join means this is left table, this is right table. Irrespective of the condition, irrespective if it is matching or not, all the data from the right table will be populated in the output. If it is finding match, then complete data will be populated. If it is not finding any match, for all these cases null values will be populated in the output. Okay, for this case only I have inserted 4 and Pune in the branch table. Okay, now we will see. Select employee id, and this is not required. Select employee id, a dot first name, a dot last name, and I want to see the branch id also. Let us say b dot branch id, and I will also see b dot branch name, Because these things are enough, I guess, right? So write outer join and we will have a match with branch. Okay, and where e dot a dot branch id, because these are the foreign keys, right? A dot branch id equal to b dot branch id. We will see. So now we are having a connection between these two tables, and here if you see we are having only 1 2 and 3 only, 4 we don't have. So for write outer join, 4 also should be there in the output, but this should be populated with null value. Let us see how it will work. See, now if you see for all these cases which are having their branch IDs here 1 1, it is populating. But for Pune, if you see, it doesn't have any match with the employee table. So all the columns in the employee table are populated with null values. That means, but all the columns in the right table will be populated with their values. But if it is not finding any match with the left table, all those columns, see, these three things we have selected from left table, right? So all these left table columns will be populated with null. Same in the case of left outer join also. All the column names from left table will be populated, and whatever the columns we have selected from right table will be populated with null values. So left outer join will by default give you the output of all the records in the left table, and right outer join will by default give you the output of all the records in the right table. Okay, and there is one more thing called full outer join. Full outer join, we cannot simply write full outer join here in MySQL. You have to use cross join, then only it will work. But here you will not see much difference because it is not actually working here. I have to find out what is the thing that we have to use in MySQL for full outer join. Okay, that I will see. So this is what about joins, and you can say for, so this is what basically about joins. You can try different ways. You can try joining some tables, you can try giving different options, you can try taking multiple tables. Instead of 2 tables you can also take 3 tables like this. And one more thing we can do is actually for inner join, only for inner join, so you don't have to give join also. There is some other way also. You can select those a dot emp underscore id comma a dot first underscore name comma b dot branch underscore name from employee a comma branch b. So here it will directly take actually, so you don't have to mention join here. This is another way of inner join only. No other join will, or left outer join or right outer join, you have to completely write either left join or right join. But only for in case of inner join you can do this. Here, since you are not using any join keyword here, you can use where a dot branch underscore id equal to b dot branch underscore id. First name f underscore name. Okay, you see this is exactly this inner join only. So for inner join you can also write like this. Instead of writing join on condition and all, you can select a dot all the column names you want and b dot all the column names you want from both tables you give here. On as is also optional only. If you give as or not as, you can give. If you give as also it will work, but if you don't give as also it is fine. It is just space some value is considered as alias name. Okay, so there is no difference if you're keeping as or if you're not keeping as, and where the condition you have to give. So this is simply inner join only, and this works for inner join only. And this is what about joins. And there is one more concept called subqueries. So subqueries I'll be explaining you tomorrow in the tomorrow's class, and subqueries and different other functionalities what. So now we are writing some complex query, right? Earlier we were you just writing only simple select queries, selecting columns where order by and group by, and we were always using only one table only. Now we came to know how we can use, how we can work with multiple tables. So hope you understood everything, and if you have any questions or doubts you can give in the comment. um, okay, tomorrow I'll be talking about subqueries. I'll explain you what are the different subqueries and how it will work. Thank you.